What's up, guys? It's Mike, the Smokin Monkey. We're back on the bike, just like you guys have been waiting for. I know it's been a while since we took the SV out, and trust me, the season is ending, but oh, tires are slipping. My foot actually touched the ground there. But yeah, see, the season is ending, the leaves are changing color, it looks beautiful out here, so I figured we gotta go for a ride. I gotta make a video for you guys. And my buddy just got a new bike. He is right behind me, as you guys can see. He has a 2011 Ninja ZX6R, a nice bike. It is pretty much new. I think he's got like 3,000 kilometers or 4,000 kilometers on the machine, so not much at all. The person before him took pretty good care of it. He got himself some new tires, so he's just trying to break them in. And yeah, I gotta warm mine up before I take any more corners like that. But today, guys, we are doing a little bit of a video for the people looking for a new SV, because I know a lot of you guys have been watching my videos even before you buy your bikes. So today we're going to be doing a video on exactly what you need to look at and what you want to check out before you buy your new bike and before you go out and actually put money down and purchase something and take it home. And this will apply not just to SV650s, but it'll apply to any motorcycle. So you can kind of use this to your advantage, to your knowledge, wherever you go to buy whatever bike you're going to be buying. But I'll be showing you on my SV, and I'm guessing you guys are looking at SVs because you're watching my channel. And if not, then you should be. But no, definitely, guys, take a look and see what I have to say, because you might be able to use it towards all your future bike purchases as well. It is a chilly 10 degrees today, so I think around 45, 47 Fahrenheit or so. Not very pleasant, but it's decent enough that you can go riding and not freeze your ass off. And I will be out here for quite a bit, so it's not too bad today. Sun is out, but gotta watch out, gotta warm up those tires. That was a little bit of a mistake on my part. I should have taken that corner a little bit easier, but it is what it is. And I think I saw a speed trap around here earlier, so we gotta take it a little bit easier. Always on those last few nice weekends of the year before the winter hits, cops are always out trying to get guys because they know you're going to be out here in your nice car or your motorcycle or something, doing something stupid right before you have to put it away for the season. And hopefully we don't do anything too stupid today. And good thing we hit a light, at least I can warn my buddy. So yo, we'll go to the community center, but there's cops on that street, so watch out. We'll go like 40. Yeah. I wanted to let you know before we turned on. I don't have my registration, so I don't need to get stopped. Yeah. But I'm gonna go find a nice quiet place for you guys so I can explain exactly what those tips are in detail and give you guys a good idea of what you should be looking for when you're going out to buy yourselves a new bike. And definitely you guys want to make sure that you go with somebody that actually knows a bit about motorcycles if it's your first time, if you haven't purchased one before, as well as listen to these tips, because you'll probably be able to go out there and do it yourself, but it's better to have somebody that has been around the block a few times and knows their way around a motorcycle and knows what to look for, because they've ridden one and they've had it and they've fixed it and they've maintained it and all of that. And even riding in the city, you get some really pretty leaves and some really good looking like scenery and some stuff that you just honestly don't get any time of year other than fall, and it's awesome. Like, look at this bush, it goes from green to orange to red. Like, that looks awesome. I hope it comes out on camera as vibrant and as colorful as I can see it. Let's go and let's find a nice spot over here somewhere, and I'll tell you guys my top 10 things that you guys should look for when buying a used SV650. Okay, guys, so the first thing that you should be looking at when you go to look for a used motorcycle is basically signs of wear from being dropped, because a lot of people, they won't tell you if they have dropped it or they haven't dropped it. So there's a lot of different ways you can tell, basically by looking at different aspects of the bike. So if you go down and you look at all the points that would touch, such as the bar ends, the front on the forks, right here on the swing arm, the tail section, and you also can tell by looking at the bike and seeing if everything lines up as it should, or if it looks like it's been replaced. Because more than likely, if someone dropped it and they want to hide it, they're going to replace pieces and they're going to make it look like it's never been dropped. But you can sort of kind of tell. Also, check the case on both sides. See if there's any cracks, any scratches, if it looks like it's been painted, if it looks like it's been worked on at all. Nobody should be working on the case. The next thing that I'm going to mention is check your clutch. And most people will not let you ride their bikes, and that's fine. Put the kickstand up, drop it into first gear, and let go of the clutch. So I'm not in first gear yet. Let's get a little bit of room here. Drop her into first gear. There. So what you want to do is hold the clutch in, roll it, or roll it backwards, whichever is easier, because I'm on a slope here, and see where it engages. So for me, right there, you can see in the shadow, it doesn't really want to go further. So basically what you want to do is check the engagement point. If it's right in the middle or close to where your hand sits on the bar, that's pretty much where you want it. If it's really high up at the top, that's when you want to get worried. The clutch might be on the way out and you might have to go get yourself a new clutch eventually. So watch out. That could also just be the way it's adjusted. So see if it has a lot of slack in it. If it doesn't have slack, it will engage a lot quicker, but you want the slack, because when you turn your bars, you don't want that cable to tense up and the clutch to pull on you. So if you're ever doing a U-turn or anything or some slow maneuver, you don't want the clutch to engage and disengage while you're riding, because that can cause an unbalance and you can fall off. And you can also have a lot of bad times when you're riding at higher speeds and taking corners and the clutch disengages on you. You already know what's going to happen there. So drop it back into neutral and now test your brakes. So see if they grab right away, and if they feel nice and tight, go and take a look at the pads. So just take a simple look right over here. I don't know how well you can see it on the camera, but you look right next to the disc, you'll see the pad. This piece back here is the backing, and then that's the actual grabbing part on the inside. So that piece on the inside gets worn down as it grabs the disc. That's the part that you want to look at. You see how far it's been worn? Look at the discs, look at your rotors, whatever you want to call them, and see if they've been worn down, see if they're actually in good shape or if they're rusting or what the case is. And if they look like they've been in good shape, then you know the guy's been taking care of the bike, and most of the other things are going to be well maintained. So number 4, the next thing that I'm going to tell you to check is your oil. Easy way to do this is either have someone hold it up for you or hold the brake, lean it over, and look in the window. You don't have to open it. Look in the window, see if the level is where it should be, and also see if the color is where it should be. If it's really, really dark, that means that the guy's been neglecting it and that person hasn't been changing their oil. If the oil looks pretty fresh, that's a good sign. It means they've been changing their oil, they've been keeping up on maintenance, and while you're there, you can also check your rear brake reservoir. Take a quick look over here, look at the level, see if it's at the level it should be, see the color of the fluid, see just the general cleanliness of it. If they don't clean their bike and they don't clean their engine area in this whole section here, it means that they've neglected other parts, so that you should also look and see what hasn't been maintained. And number 5, check the tires. You have to take a look and see if the front tire and the rear tire are the same type of tire, the same brand, the same tire. Check to see if they are wearing the same. If this one looks a lot less worn than the rear one, well, then you know they might have been doing some stunting, some burnouts, some stuff like that. And you can also tell that if it's a different tire in the back. That means that they changed their tire for some reason because they were either stunting or doing something that they shouldn't have. And you see how I took that little piece of whatever, like grass or whatever out of there. So I've got a bush on my driveway. But take a look and see underneath and in different places to see if they've been riding it on gravel roads or off-road, because those rocks will come up and they will ding and scratch your swing arm underneath here and also right underneath your exhaust. So take a look there, see for any signs of wear and tear, see for any scratches, see for any unusual marks, and yeah, just make sure that it hasn't been abused. The next thing I will say is check the slack in the chain. Now, if they haven't been maintaining their bike, there's going to be too much slack. And an easy way to tell this is, without getting my hand dirty, just quickly move the chain. It shouldn't move more than about an inch. If it moves more than about an inch, then you know that it needs to be adjusted, and it's not a big deal. Adjusting the chain is not the end of the world. That's something that can be done, but it's something that you can look at. And while you're looking there, see if it's greasy, see if it's actually maintained, or if it's dirty, if it's covered in road grime, if it's covered in all kinds of sand. But if it looks clean and it looks greased, it means they've been maintaining their bike, which means most of the rest of the bike should be in pretty good shape as well. Another quick thing you can do is have them put the key in for you and just take a look on the odometer. Go through to your actual, and you'll have to put on the kill switch for everything to come up. Go through to your fuel economy and just see if they've been beating on it or if they're riding it good. Like, I've been beating on it, so mine's 19.7 kilometers per liter. If you're riding pretty decent, you can get it up to like 24, 25, 27. I've seen it up there. So if you're beating on it, it'll be a lot lower than 20 kilometers per liter. So take a look at that and you'll see if they've been riding it efficiently or if they've been having their fun. And one of the last things you're going to want to do, even if they don't let you take it for a ride, is listen to it run. Start her up, let it sit there, let it idle, see if it's actually like vibrating, if there's a kind of like a weird idle, or if anything is not as it should be, because then you'll know if something is up and if you're gonna have issues later. But listen to it run, let it idle, rev it up a few times, and have the guy that owns it take it for a ride. Because if everything else checks out and he takes it for a ride and it sounds good and it looks good, and when he rides it, it looks like it should, then definitely you're on the right track and you're probably going to get yourself a good machine. So just take a look, be vigilant, be aware of what you're actually looking at, and don't rush. Because I know a lot of times when I go to buy vehicles, I'll know all these things to look at, but I'll rush. I'll be excited. I'll look at it. I'll be like, yeah, it looks cool. Yeah, everything looks good. Everything looks good. Sometimes you do that in your head and you go, yeah, it's fine. I want it. I don't want to look at it too much. But look at it. Check all the different aspects of it. Make sure you see if they've maintained what they should have maintained. And one of the last things that you should check is to see if there's been any aftermarket mods. Now, I have an exhaust. I have a tail eliminator. But if somebody puts the regular tail back in here, you'll see if they've done any mods, because you'll see the wires have been actually cut and resoldered, because that's what you have to do to get the light to work. So you'll know if they've done things, if they've moved things, if they've added things and they've taken them off and made it look stock again. So just take a look. And see, because sometimes guys will mod it and they'll try to make it look like it's stock again, and it's not a bad thing, but you'll just have to know and do your best, use your best judgment to see if that's something that you want. Or maybe you can even try to get those mods from them that they're trying to sell separately and get a package deal and save yourself some money after when you're trying to go out and get those same parts yourself. So the last thing that you're going to do, the actual last thing you're going to do, is take your keys to your new SV or your new motorcycle, start her up, and go for a rip. Some guy doing maintenance on his bike out here. Some big old adventure bike. Oh yeah, eh? One of these guys. Halfway through his left turn, it turns into a right turn. Okay. Oh yeah, another one. 2 times in a row. Let's get the hell out of this guy's way. Do we have the same tires?
I don't know what do you have.
Dunlop something. I don't know. They're Sport Max something. Yours are Sport Max as well. And the pattern looks very similar. It looks like he might have the same tires, or the newer version of them anyway. And they're not bad tires. These are actually still the tires that came on my SV. They're not terrible. They're not the best. They're kind of an all-around tire. But as you saw earlier in today's vlog, you got to warm them up. And you got to make sure that they're at temperature before you start leaning into it. and seeing my buddy on his new bike just makes me want to get myself a 4-cylinder even more. I love the sound of those things, and honestly, to me, riding, half of it is the visceral, like the sound, the noise, the actual pops, the bangs, all of that. Like, I love it. And to me, if I could get myself a 4-cylinder bike, that would be the dream. But the only reason I didn't get myself one is I wanted a lot of bikes that were too high on insurance, and they would have costed me an arm and a leg at the time. But now that I've got a little bit more experience under my belt, insurance should be a little bit more friendly in the next year or two, and hopefully we can get ourselves a brand new super sport of some sort. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think I should be looking at in the next few years, but I don't know. I'm drawn to Suzuki. I kind of want to get a Gixxer. I've always loved them. Kind of leaning towards either a 750 or a 1000. The 650 or the 600 would be nice, but I want something with a little bit more power. I want something that's going to scare me a bit. So probably go for the 1000. But let me know in the comments section. I know that the new Ninjas are really nice too. I like how that intake is set right there. Your intake is right there. That's sick. That's dope. My intake box goes forward somewhere. I don't know where the fuck it actually grabs air. I've opened this up. I've lifted the tank. It's got like a scoop on the top, and then it funnels down somewhere. I know a lot of people, they just cut the top off the box. But if you do that, you have to get it tuned, and when I do that, I'm probably going to get my decat pipe, so I don't want to do it just yet because I don't want to waste time tuning it and then getting it retuned, because we're not going to be making that much more power. So I would rather do all my mods at the same time, then we'll be making more power. And what the fuck smells like rubber? What's on fire? Hopefully not my motorcycle. Hopefully one of these guys' cars. But I don't know. It stunk back there. Just pull in here and go do a little off-roading? Yeah? Maybe? Nah. Not on this thing. I've done it before though. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, all the OG subscribers out there, you guys will know I have taken my bikes off roads and into fields, and I've actually found like an abandoned boat once. Can't remember if that was on this bike or on my CBR, but good times out in the countryside. Sometimes you just gotta go and you gotta take a gravel road, and sometimes you just gotta cut through a field. You know what? I think it's this guy's car, and I think it's burning oil, because it doesn't smell like rubber anymore, and every time this guy floors it, you can smell it back here. And I doubt it would be me, because with all the wind passing me, it's kind of hard to smell things on your own motorcycle until you actually stop. Then you'll see what is burning and melting. They're just talking about it casually, like, yeah, it might be on fire, you know. Who cares? We'll pull over and we'll find out. Buddy was flooring it. I smelled the oil. For a second, I was thinking it was my bike burning or something. Yo, I've got a rock in here. This whole time I'm riding around, I'm like, well, what is that? Is the lining like coming apart on my gloves? Look at this. It's a decent sized pebble. It was in the pinky too. I just felt it like rattling around. Jesus, that squirrel. Poor guy. But like, yeah, running over that on a motorcycle, that's no bueno. You don't want to run over that shit and slip out, because then you'll end up like him. Rest in peace, little squirrel guy. Got a couple little backfires there. Yeah, that's the reason I want to get the decat pipe, so we can start cracking backfires, have some flame shit out the back. You know, all that good, wholesome stuff. The best parts about riding a motorcycle: the pops, the bangs, the flames. Come on, guys. Who's with me in the comment section? Let's go. We need to get that decat pipe, and I'm definitely going to be getting it. It's just this year was kind of a write-off, but don't worry, we will be stacking up parts over the winter time. I've already got a couple things lined up. Bye-bye. Oh, and the road's closed. That's why everybody's turning. It says road's closed, but I thought the bridge was gonna be out, but there's people coming over it. Should we just try to go? Alright, if it's a one-way, then let's just turn around. There might be some idiot coming the other way that's not gonna stop or something. I don't know. That's fine. I didn't know. Just when you think you're smart, eh? Just when you think you're smart. They get you with the one-way closed road. It's like a minefield out here. Jesus, man. Just dodging potholes and sewers and all kinds of just junk. This section's nice. Yeah, this is great now, but like back there, I wish they paved the whole thing. Woo! That racer flyby. And the gap closed right as I did that. I'm gone. A little bit of twisties in the city. Never hurt anybody. Unless they took the corners when their tires cold. No, but seriously, it's chirping out here. My head's cold as fuck. Yeah. All the vents are closed too. I just shaved it yesterday, that's probably why. It's fresh, you know? Well, that's kind of cool. It shows you the power band in green. That's sick. And the numbers get bigger. They're like, you want to be here. Yeah, mine starts at 5. From 5 to 10. There's like a notch, and it bolds out the number. Yeah, so on a Super Sport, you get from 6 to 16 is your power band. On here, I've got from 5 to 10. So he's got like a double. But he probably climbs through that power band a lot quicker than I do. But for good reason. It goes a lot faster too. But those bikes rev up a lot easier. They've got smaller cylinders. They're built differently. And even when you rev this one up and you rev that one up, just sitting there, you can see right away that that one, the revs jump up a lot easier and a lot quicker. Damn! Jeez! Mustard SLS. I haven't seen that out in public. But I think it's time for me to head back. I've got a few other things that I've got to do today. And I thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for watching the video. And let me know if you guys are still watching this far into the vlog. And if you're still here, thank you guys. You guys are the true champs. Hope you guys have a great day. I know it has been a pretty good day for me so far because I finally got the bike out. So, like I said, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully this video was helpful to you. If you're new around here, click the subscribe button because there's tons more content coming your way. And if you like Jeeps and off-roading, then we will be doing that all throughout the winter. And hopefully I will see you guys there with me. So until then, I will catch you guys in the next video. So ride safe out there. Peace.